It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police hold serious concerns for the welfare of a Lake Macquarie family, including a 3-month-old boy who've gone missing. Blake Clifton from Police Headquarters says family members raised the alarm amid fears about the erratic behaviour displayed by the parents.
About 8 o'clock yesterday morning, Blake Holman, is a 3-month-old boy, and his parents, Ashley Grosard and Michael Holman, left the home on Maipuna Avenue at Mirrabooka. The family left the home in a silver-coloured Commodore sedan with registration plates YNY266. They've not been seen or heard from since.
We're being warned to prepare for some more heavy weather in the Hunter today. A severe weather warning remains in place with heavy rain, damaging winds and huge seas. A flood watch has also been issued for the Patterson and Williams rivers. The Hunter Region SES responded to 10 calls following last night's storm for leaking roofs. Phil Campbell from the SES says they're gearing up for another big day.
Some gusts of wind, maybe as much as 110 kilometres an hour on the coast. So it's going to make it pretty unpleasant for the school pick-up potentially this afternoon, and certainly very unpleasant for that commute home.
The Property Council of Australia says keeping Newcastle's heavy rail line and installing extra crossings will cause traffic chaos. New South Wales Labor has unveiled its revitalisation plan, which includes keeping the rail line and putting in 6 pedestrian and traffic crossings. Trains will also be slowed down and rail gates will open and close more quickly. Property Council Regional Director Andrew Fletcher says the plan is a nonsense.
By any measure, that's got to create gridlock. Notwithstanding that, there is no rail authority in Australia which would even contemplate the construction of new level railway crossings in a major urban environment where there are over 200 train movements a day. It is just a nonsense.
Meanwhile, New South Wales Labor says the Lake Macquarie interchange could become a reality under their revitalisation plan. Charlestown Labor candidate Jody Harrison says the plan is a game changer.
Certainly the impact of the provision of the Lake Macquarie Transport Interchange and the opening of the Adamstown gates and potentially building or committing to building either an overpass or an underpass at Adamstown means that we are actually planning for transport movements into the future.
Newcastle East Public School will hold its last ever colonial fair this weekend following criticism the event celebrates the massacre of Aborigines. The Herald reports Australia's oldest school, which was set up by a convict in 1816, will still hold a fair every second year, but under a different name and focus. An extremely rare hunter bird is at risk of extinction due to a proposed development to the bird's breeding ground. The Regent honeyeater is listed as critically endangered, and a 2008 study showed a quarter of the population uses the Hunter Economic Zone near Cessnock as a breeding ground. BirdLife Australia project coordinator Mike Roderick says there are less than 400 Regent honeyeaters in the wild.
Back in spring 2007, a local bird observer found some Regent honeyeater nests, and after that a number of nests were found, and in the end there were about 20 nests found, and up to 100 birds were presumed to be present over a few months. It's possibly the most significant breeding event in recent times.
Now with sport, Cecilia Connell.
The Jets travel south this weekend to take on Melbourne City and celebrated striker David Villa. Spain's all-time leading goal scorer announced his arrival in the A-League in City's 1-1 draw against Sydney FC, putting the ball in the back of the net within 15 minutes of being released on the field. However, Jets defender Sam Gallagher is confident the team has what it takes.
It's not really a spectacular finish, it's just such a clinical finish. He takes a touch across and puts it in the bottom corner, and Seb Rowe was pretty close to him, so it just shows you that you're really going to have to be switched on for 95 minutes, you know.
Charlestown golfer James Niddies is vowing to make a return to the US PGA Tour after a grueling Web.com campaign almost ended in promotion back to the top tier. The 31-year-old has returned home for the summer season, beginning with the WA Open Championship this Thursday, and Nathan Ross is set to sign a new second-tier 2-year contract with the Knights after being named fullback in the New South Wales Cup Team of the Year. That's sport. I'm Cecilia Connell.
Doing your RFM News Time 26 to 8.